So last night, I looked on the Thomas Minis wiki, see if there's any new reveals, and lo and behold, I found the new advent calendar. And let me tell you one thing about this advent calendar, it is just awesome. They went, so hard with the new releases, except 3 maybe, and the re-releases were awesome. It was way better than the 2022 one, which was pretty good, but the new releases, they kind of suffered. So, I guess we'll dive in. So, the packaging has the same foldable advent calendar design as the 2022 advent calendar, and I suppose it'll have the playmat that is wrapped around it that has the engines on it, and it has all 6 new Thomas Minis, I think it's just the 5 new Thomas Minis in this pack are on the packaging. First up, we have just plain old Henry, which I'm fine with it. At least he's still relevant. Next up, we have the regular troublesome truck. He's awesome. You can never have enough of this guy. Next up, we have Chillin' Gordon. He's fine. No strong opinions on him. He's allowed to be in the advent calendar. He's fine. Next up, we have Chillin' Skarloey. Skarloey's model is kind of a hard one to come by, so it will be nice to have an extra for customs. Next up, we have one of the new ones that the Wikipedia lists as Advent Chrome Thomas. And you can see he's a little bit metallic, and he has jingle bells, and he's just a really cool looking mini that's not too exaggerated. Next up, we have the 2015 Advent Ben. He's a nice one to see. Always good to see the classics. Moving right along onto another new mini. This is the Chrome Advent James, who has jingle bells and looks like some mistletoe on his roof. Another, calm, not too exaggerated mini that does kind of remind me of the original Advent James from 2015. Then we have the Santa Claus Thomas from the 2015 Advent calendar. It's always been kind of a tradition to have him in every Advent calendar, since he was the first Advent Thomas they ever made. But he does get kind of old after a while. Although I am glad that they made a little change to his face a couple years ago. Next up, we have the 2018 Advent Calendar Rosie. I wasn't buying the Advent calendars then, so I do not have her. She's not my favorite design. I'm not really a fan of the color. It's a more purplish than her new red color, but I mean, it's okay. Next up, we have Slime Stanley. Pretty awesome. This guy was from 30 Minis 2017. Pretty rare. I've never seen a listing for him on all the different sites I search. But yeah, I will definitely be picking this advent calendar up for Stanley for sure. Next up, we have Christmas James from, I believe, the 2018 advent calendar. Don't have this guy. I didn't buy advent calendars then, so it'll be nice to pick him up too. Next up, we have Iton Snow Luke from 2020. He's never been my favorite mini, but it's always nice to have a spare Luke until you get too many. Next up, we have the new Advent Calendar Steven. For this Advent Calendar, he looks great. He has some gnomes on the side, and he looks to be clear, so he looks like a cool one. So here we have the new Advent Toby. He looks pretty good. When I first looked at him, I thought he had, stockings hanging on him, but no. Those are actually dogs, but he is meant to look like a fireplace mantle, I do believe. Next up, we have Steelworks James. There is a lot of James in this advent calendar. There is the new James, there is the old 2018 James, and then there's Steelworks James. Still happy to have him, though, even if I already do have him. Next up, we have the new Advent Edward. He looks really good and normal. He just has some snowy designs on him and some translucent blue wheels. What more can you ask for? Next, we have 2019 Christmas Emily. And I love this Emily. It looks so cool with the red wheels, the white running board, and the reefs, and the bows and everything. It just looks awesome. So next up, we have Ice and Snow Scruff. He is included in almost every advent calendar. I am so tired of him. Why'd they have to include him in this one? Why can't we get Red Rosie instead? That's what I want to know. This right here is just peak Thomas Minis advent calendar. We have Steelwork Stunt Set Thomas from the Steelwork Stunt Set. This was a play set, and he's getting included. Yes, last year we had Racing Thomas and James from that one play set, but now we have this guy. This is just awesome. Going along with Slime Stanley, we have Slime Victor. Don't know where Slime Birdie is in this advent calendar. Maybe he'll be in next year's advent calendar, but who knows? Like I said, this is peak Thomas Minis. Next up, we have Diesel, and I don't know if this is going to be like the new updated 2021 Diesel or not. It looks like the 2015 Diesel in the image here, but that could just be the prototype. Next, we have Duck. I need this guy because I need a spare of him to make Duck better because Minnie's Duck is horrible. It just is. Next up is the new Advent Percy, and I don't know what he has on him. Like, maybe like Jingle Bells, like the new James, and you can still barely see on the box. It's just way too blurry. And last, we have Holiday Percy from 2019. He's a nice one. Don't know what I could do with him, but he's a nice one. Overall, I do think this maybe have been the best advent calendar we have ever gotten. I'm so excited to pick it up in a couple months. And I do hope that the Thomas Minis blind bags do get back on track. But that is it for today. And this is Train Brain signing out.